ABC's Inez de la Quatara joins me now from Tel Aviv for more. And as the State Department just confirmed that 22 U.S. citizens are now considered among the dead in Israel. What's the latest on that?
Hi, Diane. Yeah, the death toll rising there. At least 22 Americans among the dead in Israel, according to the State Department. We know Americans are also missing here. We don't know if they've been killed or taken hostage. We do know that some Americans were taken hostage. We heard President Biden talking about that yesterday during his address to the nation, addressing those families directly, talking about how the U.S. will do everything to bring those people home, how bringing them home is a top priority for him. And we know he's been in constant contact with Israeli officials. We heard from some of those families yesterday, some relatives of those who've gone missing. They are asking for the State Department to do more. They say they have been in contact with U.S. Embassy officials, U.S. State Department officials, but they were asked if they'd heard from President Biden directly. They said no, and that they would like to see that. They would like to see negotiations begin in earnest, potentially, with Hamas. And on that front, we do know that the Israeli government has now appointed a hostage negotiator to deal now with Hamas. Diane.
And Inez, one of the concerns going into this was that this could escalate beyond Israel and Hamas, and that Hezbollah could try to take advantage and also get involved. So what's the latest with the fighting at the northern border and the exchange and fire with Hezbollah now?
Yeah, well, just moments ago, air raid sirens blaring again in northern Israel. Residents there told to take cover with the IDF saying that there was a suspected infiltration coming in from Lebanon. We know the IDF has confirmed that they have been engaging with Hezbollah there after Hezbollah fired an anti-tank missile into Israel overnight. So that was part of the concern here, that a second front here could open up in this war. We're not there yet, but things do seem to be escalating with fighting now on the border with Lebanon, fighting on the border with Syria as well, with rockets fired at Israel from Syria last night. There are those who say that, that we might not see anything huge coming out of the north. Some experts saying that if Hezbollah were really planning something, we would have seen something big by now. But certainly a concern as we go forward. The president talking about it last night, the U.S. Defense Secretary talking about it as well, saying, that any actors hostile to Israel should not take advantage of this situation. And part of the aid coming in from the U.S. and some of that aid arriving last night as well. Part of that aid, of course, meant to help Israel, but also meant as a deterrent to those actors hostile to Israel.
So, Inez, what's next? What happens now?
So the big question, I think, is what's going to happen to Gaza. We have seen the IDF relentlessly striking Gaza, laying total siege to Gaza, cutting off all fuel, food, electricity, water to the region now. That's never happened before. You can imagine what that's going to mean for the civilian population there. This is one of the most densely populated areas in the world. We know as of today that there is officially no more power in Gaza. Gaza's power authorities saying they're completely out of water. We've spoken to people inside Gaza describing the dire situation, how there is no water there. So, really dire conditions for civilians, concerns about the women and children that are being killed, and concerns that the worst could be yet to come. There are concerns that a ground incursion could be next. Unclear that that's happening. We just don't know at this point. But we are seeing tanks being moved to the border and communities in southern Israel being evacuated. 360 reservists also called up, Diane.
All right, Inez.
360,000, I should say. I'm sorry.
Inez, thank you. I know a lot to keep track of right now. We appreciate it.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.